you trust more not to suck? Because they're both going to suck. Self-proclaimed defensive genius. He's now the offensive coordinator for Bill Belichick, which really means he's Bill Belichick's bitch and just does whatever Bill Belichick says.
His defense better figure out a way, because this is about Matt Patricia and what he did to this organization and how he came in and was a pompous ass.
For all of us, Aaron Glenn, you want to embrace this city? You want us all to get back on the bandwagon? Go punch that fat elf in the face on Sunday.
See, that would be my...
Well, let's talk about some other coaches involved in this game. I think everybody knows the name Matt Patricia. He is now the offensive coordinator, even though he was a defensive genius, self-proclaimed defensive genius. He's now the offensive coordinator for Bill Belichick, which really means he's Bill Belichick's bitch and just does whatever Bill Belichick says, because anybody who's ever coached under Bill Belichick can't really coach, period. And we've seen that. Romeo Crennel, Charlie Weiss, Mike McDaniel, Bill O'Brien. I mean, the list goes on and on.
With Scott McDaniels now
with the Raiders?
With the Raiders, yeah. 1-3.
Ugh. Well, either way, Matt Patricia is going to be calling the offensive plays. And we just had a very good conversation about Aaron Glenn. Who do you trust more not to suck? Because they're both going to suck. Who's going to suck less?
You know what this is like? This is like that your favorite fighter or your prize fighter has just lost a few games in a row and has got knocked out or whatever like that in Aaron Glenn, and he's going in to fight a guy that you absolutely hate, that he can redeem himself to totally on this game, because the game ain't the Lions versus New England, it's Matt Patricia versus Aaron Glenn.
Yep.
And if you let Aaron Glenn come, because that's a Detroit versus everything stick. You know, I'm going deeper into the culture of what we're about here, you know, in Detroit, and this is personal. So Aaron Glenn better take it personal that his defense better figure out a way, because this is about Matt Patricia and what he did to this organization and how he came in and was a pompous ass.
Yep.
And set us back a few years and stuff like this. Aaron Glenn can use this game, and his defense should know that this means so much to the coach. So if this coach means that much to you guys in that locker room, you'll do everything you can and pull every stop out to win this game, and not let Bailey Zappi, right, put points on the board, because it's Matt Patricia that you're playing against. This is Aaron Glenn and Matt Patricia. And you know what? Extreme Rules WWE is Saturday night. We're expecting the White Rabbit, Bray Wyatt, to come back, hopefully. And on Sunday is the big match. It's Patricia versus Glenn. And that's it at the end of the day. He has to win that. Aaron Glenn could save face in this town immediately if he punches Matt Patricia in the face on Sunday. Not figuratively, but...
Both? Both? Do both. Kick his ass on the field, and then after the game, shake his hand and punch him right in the face. For all of us, Aaron Glenn, you want to embrace this city? You want us all to get back on the bandwagon? Go punch that fat elf in the face on Sunday.
See, that would be if I was at Allen Park this week, that's what I would be preaching up and down.
Right.
Because it's like, I need you, because you're going to do it for your coach, right? For your defensive coordinator, because you guys haven't had it down before. And the pompousness, and I wondered, hopefully Matt Patricia hasn't learned his lesson, and he's just figuring he's going to run roughshod through this Lions defense like the rest of the league has, and we got something for him. So
yeah, pride is what's on the line this week. It's bigger than a game. And I hate when people say that, but this is bigger than a game. If Matt Patricia comes in with his offense and puts up 40 points on us, that is going to gut this city. It's not only a Lions issue, that is going to be a Detroit issue, because we hated this dude. He came in here and wrecked a 9-7 football team because that wasn't good enough. And now we got a chance to go into his house, punch him in his face, make up for this 1-3 start. All of a sudden we're 2-3 after punching the fat guy in the face. And we're like, okay, we're not that bad right now, right? This is more important, and honestly, I'm so happy it's lined up this way, because They need that extra motivation. You want to talk about how we lost our swagger? Okay, why don't you go around and call Darius Slay, have him do a press conference with your defense and tell you what it was like when Matt Patricia showed up. Why the hell Pro Bowl Darius Slay is sitting his ass in Philly right now when he could be in our locker room shutting people down? But no,
Quandre Diggs.
They didn't want him. Quandre Diggs. Have him call up and be like, dude, this
safety.
guy ruined
Everybody
your culture.
Safety. There's your safety.
There you go. Yeah, defense starting to come together now, man. It's almost like we had some players from the Jim Caldwell era, but we don't want to talk about that. Either way, this is an important game for Detroit, not just the team, the whole damn city. Because if Matt Patricia comes in and smacks us in the face again, I'll have no pride left.
This is a guy that came in and did your sister wrong.
Yeah, this is a guy that came in on the turkey table at Thanksgiving in front of you, smacked your sister, and you just sat there.
No, okay, no, I'm going to even give you that you weren't in the room. But now you are. First time face to face with the guy that did this. How much pride do you have in your city?
I just got done watching Game of Thrones for the first time.
Oh.
This is like the one dude that captures the chick and tortures her. She gets away, comes back, and lets the dogs eat.
Ramsey Bolton.
There we go. We need to let the dogs eat this dude.
Who let the dogs
That's
out?
what needs to happen. And the Detroit Lions have every opportunity to do that this week. Will they do it? God, I hope so. And I honestly, do you think they're using this as billboard material in the locker room?
Be. Absolutely. There better be Patricia fatheads all over that Allen Park right now. But it should be, because here's the thing. Remember when I talk about the championship teams or the pedigree is when it means more to play for the guy beside you than it does for yourself.
Right.
Well, this is the mentality on offense, on defense, on special teams. Everybody in there should be looking and saying, we need this for Aaron Glenn. If this is our guy and he's your guy, that you can make it right. So it should be, guys should be going to studying extra hard, figuring out what they can do. Aiden Hutchinson, here's an opportunity for you to get back at it in your fifth game in an impressive way.
Kill Zappy. If you can't get to Zappy,
listen. You know Belichick's going to scheme towards him, double team, whatever. But have you learned? Are you gonna evolve and stuff like this? But they should take this as personal as any game that they've played because of what it means to their defensive coordinator.
Well, we're going to find out on Sunday if they use all of this as material, but I swear to God, if Zappy ends up like running for 50 yards on us, just shut her down. Just shut her down. We'll forfeit the rest of the season just so none of our guys get hurt, and we'll practice every week so we get real good for next year.